right, guys, Shawn Ray here for Muscular Development Unleashed, and a lot going on in the industry, as you probably have heard. There's a special invitation being given out to the Predator, courtesy of the NPC state chairman, actually not the state chairman, but the president himself, Jim Manion, in concert with Weider AMI and the Olympia Weekend team, inviting Kai Greene to the 2017 Mr. Olympia stage. If he so chooses to do so, they gave him plenty enough time if he chooses to get ready for that competition. But the pundits, including myself, are of the opinion that that ship has sailed a long time ago. I believe Kai Greene is firmly of the opinion that as long as a young man named Phil Heath, who is a six-time defending champion, is in that contest, that's a contest he can't win. For that very reason, he chooses not to go in a show that he can't win. And he finds himself in a very precarious situation because a lot of bodybuilders, including myself, have been there before. Flex Wheeler was there 3 times. Lee Labrada's been there twice. Muhammad McAway's been there twice. Kevin Levrone had been there 4 times. And the great one, Jay Cutler, is a 6-time first Olympia runner-up, and he stayed the course, and ultimately he wound up taking that title away from Ronnie Coleman and becoming a Mr. Olympia champion not once but 4 times before he retired. Kai Greene is of the opinion that as long as there's a Phil Heath on that stage, that he simply cannot win it, and he's got other things to do. And how do we blame the guy? Listen, at the end of the day, in today's economy, there's a lot of choices for some of these bodybuilders, and Kai Greene clearly is a man of many talents. He's got a supplement company. He's in high demand around the world for guest appearances. He's making movies. He's working with a production company, Generation Iron. The guy's got his hands in so many different things. He's an artist. He's taking acting classes. And so it begs the question that at his age, is even becoming Mr. Olympia something that's important to him anymore? I mean, we all come to this crossroads where we decide we want to do something else. There's got to be something more to this journey. And Kai Greene has won 3 Arnold Classic titles in Columbus, Ohio. He's won over in South America, out in Brazil. Kai's won numerous contests. As a matter of fact, the first contest Kai ever won was the Shawn Ray Classic in Colorado back in 2007. He's won the New York Pro Championships as well. So Kai is a highly decorated future Hall of Fame bodybuilder who I believe feels he doesn't need the Olympia to validate himself. He's one of the all-time greats as of right now. Hasn't been on the Olympia stage for 2 consecutive Olympias running. This will be one of those situations where the what-if factor, because you have the closest challenger at the ripe old age of 47, almost 48 years old, Dexter Jackson, who won it back in 2008. Sean Roden, who's a very little talked about first runner-up in the Olympia. There's not a whole lot of buzz about Sean Roden. He may not even be in the show from what I'm hearing. And then you got Big Ramy coming out of the Middle East, and for as good as Ramy is, there's some things that he's got to do in order to take the championship from Phil Heath. We saw William Bonek break into the top 5. He's not a bona fide threat to Phil Heath, and I don't think he will ever be just simply because of his stature. But that being said, where does that leave Kai Greene? And how interested should we be in talking about Kai Greene going into the 53rd or 52nd Mr. Olympia weekend? I'm of the opinion that if Kai Greene's not on the stage, we don't talk about him. We talk about the players that are on the stage. He's been given an invitation. He hasn't refused an invitation, but then again, he wasn't looking for one. If Kai was planning on doing that Mr. Olympia, we would have heard about it back in January. It takes a good year to get ready for the Olympia. And we know that Phil Heath has been doing the business since he won the title. So will the contest be any more or less without Kai Greene? I think we're all of the opinion that the Mr. Olympia Championship weekend is the biggest draw there is. And no one's above that competition, no matter who wins it. The Olympia weekend is something to behold, with or without Kai Greene. You certainly will miss him if he's not on the stage, but it seems like now we're getting used to it and don't expect it. So the biggest surprise would be if Kai Greene showed up on that stage. He certainly looks like he could from his photos on his Facebook, Instagram, but it's highly doubtful that he will. And it's commendable that Jim Manion would reach out personally to an individual of Kai Greene's character. I mean, they gave Kevin Levrone a pass a year ago, and they're giving Flex Wheeler a pass this year. Why not invite the Predator? But the Predator knows that that Olympia comes every September. And if it was something that was of interest to him, he would have signed that contract, and we would have known about it a long time ago. And he would have shut it down, and he would be doing the business of bodybuilding as it relates to trying to become the 14th Mr. Olympia. But right now, my bets are on the defending champion, Phil Heath, going for number 7, tying Arnold Schwarzenegger, and only one shy of Ronnie Coleman and Lee Haney with the lineup that I see in front of me today. It seems the more things change, the more they stay the same, and as of right now, Kai Green may be sitting next to me out in the audience watching that contest from the cheap seats, planning his next move as an entrepreneur in the world of bodybuilding and business. For MuscularDevelopment.com, I'm Unleashed, and I'm Shawn Ray. Peace.